popular saying, common sense is not common. But have you ever heard about road sense? Research across Nigeria shows that aside bad roads, ignorance of drivers about the factors that causes crashes constitute a major reason to carnages on roads. Road sense is the offspring of courtesy and the father of safety. But how does road sense apply in this context? A gross number of people when driving are in fear or they panic when there is a truck beside, in front or behind them. You don't have to panic anymore. How's that? Just get a copy of How to Avoid Road Accidents in Nigeria. How do you do that? Just send us a mail at autoexpertpro@gmail.com. Reach out to us on all of our social media handles or call the numbers scrolling on your screen. It's that simple. Hello viewers, I am Xpat Ajawa and you are most welcome to the best rated automobile and safety TV program, Auto Expert, your guide to your safety. This new year promises to be different and exciting. You don't want to miss a thing. We will be right back.
Did you know that using the wrong engine oil can actually knock your car engine? Are you in the habit of buying cheaper oils or neglecting manufacturer specifications? Did you know that all models of vehicles have different oil specifications? To know more about vehicle lubrication and lubricants, watch your best rated automobile and safety TV program Auto Xpat, showing on digital and terrestrial TV. To get times and stations, follow us on Facebook at Auto Expert Pro, on Instagram at Official Auto Xpat, and on Twitter at Auto Expert Pro.
Every human a man begin now. Let's begin. So let's start. Go breathe, yeah. Give it to me the way you never been give anybody. You see us that doesn't feel everybody. You know you be my choice. Baby, give it to me the way you never been give anybody. You see us that doesn't feel everybody. You know you be the one. I'm in love with you. I'm only I'm in love with you.
Waiting me that you want make I do. I go do anything for you. Tell me, I'm in love with you. I'm only I'm in love with you. Waiting me that you want make I do. I go do anything for you. Tell me, when I met you, I was nothing. You took me as your everything. Hey, I appreciate you, my love. All the Nigerian girls appreciate you. Man picking. It's a love portion. Respect.
Some they see me as nobody. That's why I say to you, loving you not crime. I want to commit to. I want to commit to. Cause my
Well, life at my beginning without a car. Man, that one rough. Oh. A serious roughing. You know, like, there was a time I used to jump Danfo, from Danfo to Molu, you know, from different locations and trying to hustle, you know, and keep it real. You get. Sometimes you go jump Danfo safe, you go jump Molu, they go pick your pocket, your phone go lost. That's what they do me for one location, sha. You know, so it was crazy, sha, but I thank God. The first car I ever used was a Maxima. It was an old Maxima, kind of. It wasn't that dope. I bought it Nigerian used. That was my first car. You know, I forced myself buy more to because the trekking don't tire me. You get. If I leave my house, I do check my radiator, at least the water level, to make sure it's at the normal, at where it's supposed to be. Kind of, and my tires, my 4 tires, I check them to know if they need to be gauged and all that. Those are the proud things I do. If there's anything wrong with my engine or anything wrong with any part of my car, I'll get the sign at my dashboard. So when I get the sign, I will know, yeah, I need to check out all these things. You know, so those are basically things that I do. Well, traffic laws, I obey traffic laws. I'm proud to say that. When I see people crossing the zebra painted signs, I slow down for them to pass. You know, like, I went to a driving school. I have my driver's license, so I ought to know what to do on the road. You know? So I obey traffic rules. To reduce auto crash, I had an experience like I was an eyewitness to a place where a container fell on top of a taxi. The man was so lucky that he was not in the car when such a thing happened. You know, so the man was kneeling down, thanking God, Baba Eshew, this one, that one, you understand? And in the long run, we should reduce alcoholic intake when it comes to driving. You don't drink and drive, you know, and you know, don't get high on drugs, not only drinking, because these days people get high on anything, you know, so you don't do that and drive. Keep watching Auto Xpat. This is the best place you can get experience, you can get what you want. Keep watching, keep your eyes open, don't touch that. If you touch it,
From ultralights to helicopters to private planes to corporate jets, there is a different kind of aircraft for every type of flying as well as every size budget. Do you know what documents you need to travel locally or internationally? Do you know how and where to get these documents? Are you in need of visa processing? Watch Travel Guide on Auto Xpat. For times and stations, follow us on Facebook at Auto Xpat Pro, on Instagram at Official Auto Xpat, and on Twitter at Auto Xpat Pro.
Hello viewers, welcome to Traffic Reports on Auto Xpat. Are you coming to this area for the first time? Are you unsure about traffic situations in a particular area? Or maybe you're even living in this area and not aware of the traffic within your settlement. This segment will be giving you all you need to know about locations and traffic situations. We'll be taking you on a road spree to guide you so that you wouldn't buy traffic. We know we don't want you stressed out. We'll be coming to a neighborhood near you. Stay with us, so we'll be right back. This is Iju Road. Iju Road starts from Agege up to Ishaga. Now it serves as a channel amongst other channels when going to Akute, Lambe, Matogun, Agbado and its environs. It's also important to know that along Iju Road is Fagba and Bawale. It can also serve as a link up when going to Abuliegba, Iyano Ipaja, Ikeja, Ogba and its environs. In Ijum, we have private schools, public schools, banks, markets, shopping malls, and other side attractions, which makes Iju a very amazing place to be. Now, there's no pedestrian bridge in Iju. That will tell you the level of traffic chaos, traffic congestion in Iju Road. Now, this is the best part. How do you avoid traffic? If you're working on the island, say Lekki, Victoria Island, Aja, amongst other parts, it is advisable to set out as early as 4 a.m. in the morning to 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, at this time, you are avoiding the chaotic, regular traffic, the regular motorist saga on the road. So you can get to your workplace or your proposed destination as early as 8 a.m. in the morning. If you're working on the mainland, you can set out from 6 a.m. in the morning, and then before kids start going to school, and then you get to your destination on time. Now, between the hours of 3 to 4, the road is free because people are busy in their workplace. On Mondays, it is always on the heavy side. It's a new week. People are starting, the week, so everyone's on the road. On Tuesdays, it gets a little better. On Wednesdays, on Thursdays, we have the regular environmental sanitation from 6 a.m. in the morning to 10 a.m. in the morning. People are not allowed to, to open their shops or their proposed businesses. So you can also set out by this time. But when it is 4 p.m., people are beginning to go back home. 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. to even 10 p.m. sometimes, the traffic situation might get really busy. So you need to get really prepared. Then on weekends, you're sure to have less traffic. People might be relaxing and the likes. So now you know the traffic situations in Iju. We're coming to a neighborhood near you next time. Traffic report giving you a less free traffic in Lagos. See you next time.
Nigeria's got talents, and there's no gainsaying that you are one of those talents. But one of those good talents that Nigeria can confidently boast of is a creative, forward-looking entrepreneur, popularly called Fela. Yes, the Fela Pimp My Ride CEO, whose full identity by name is Alhaji Rashid Omololu Fela. Fela has been in the exclusive motor repair and quality motor body spray business. His exclusivity is a car and vehicle pimp. How? He turns a vehicle into home pleasure on wheels. Fela Pimp My Ride, the first progressive leading vehicle car pimp outfit in Nigeria and Africa, has stories of success and testimonies by clients whose hearts have found love and joy in Fela's work. In 2010, Fela pimped a Jeep vehicle to celebrate Nigeria's independence at 50. The special features in the vehicle can best be imagined. The interior, rearranged by Fela, is outlandish. Fela is celebrating Nigeria's independence by infusing a value-adding step-up in his game of creativity with another special pimped vehicle. The exclusive interior remold, just like your sitting room, is fitted with 4 LCD TV screens, refrigerator, high-tech woofer laced quality sounds output, mobile cable TV connected receiver DSTV for your global TV viewing on wheels. It's all good, it's all right, ain't it? It's exciting. I love this too. This is truly a Mr. Niger gift to Nigeria at 56. Let's salute creativity as Fela inputs again into your world. Exclusive creativity, that's nature. Nigeria, this is you. Fela Pimp My Ride, projecting Nigeria to the rest of the world, the universe.
Welcome to Auto Xpat News.
Call him Coco Master, Ejanla, Bangali, or El Chapo. D'banj is starting the new year on a good note, and this is a blessing on his path, with him purchasing a brand new Range Rover. The singer took to his social media page to reveal the picture of himself standing in front of the new purchased ride. There are different models of the Range Rover, such as the Range Rover Sport, Range Rover Autobiography, Range Rover Evoque, and much more. A typical Range Rover costs approximately $86,000, and an extended length model starts at $109,000. This totals to 100 millions of naira. Wow! So, it is quite obvious that Mr. Oliver Twist is having an indeed fab year. For more auto news, follow us on Instagram at official Auto Xpat, on Facebook at Auto Xpat Pro, and on Twitter at Auto Xpat Pro.
Please log on to our Facebook page at Auto Xpat Pro, and you can post your comments and questions there. Also, you can contact us on Twitter at Auto Xpat Pro. Also, you can email us, share your thoughts with us at videoguruentertainment@yahoo.com and autoexpertpro@gmail.com. Have a fabulous day, guys, and live big.
Hi, welcome to Auto Guide. My name is Sam Olaolu Ademoye, aka Motorman Sam. Today we are going to talk basically about the cooling system. Cooling system, engines generally produce heat, waste heat, with heat we don't need, which actually, if uncontrolled, can actually cause serious problems for our very prized property. The best way to focus on this is to think about an engine that generates so much heat that can actually cause meltdown of materials, components and things like that. We have to control it. How do we do that? we put liquid into the cooling system. Now, in between that, you have parts like thermostat, you have the expansion tank, and you have the radiator cap. The gauge is one of the most important parts of the cooling system. This is the one that actually speaks, interfaces with the driver to let the driver know what the state of heat of the engine is. Let me come back to this particular car. Let me start off with the radiator cap. This little device here is very, very important. A lot of cars have gone into overheating because of this cap. It's there for a purpose. Consider this rubber here and that one there. What they basically do is to keep the cooling system as it runs under a particular pressure, and that is called atmospheric pressure. That stops the water from boiling. It brings the boiling point down to an extent. So that is very important. If you have a good look at it, there's always a rating written on it. In this case, this is 108 kPa, which is round about, say, about 0.9 bars or 1.1 bars, that kind of thing. So that is important. The next thing here is your expansion tank. The expansion tank just holds coolant as a reservoir. The interesting thing is the water can actually go from the reservoir and back into the radiator, but the radiator, the cooling system, is the only unit here that decides how that happens. Really and truly, you must not overfill, but then again, you must not underfill it. It has to be at a level where the radiator and the cooling system can actually work with it. You want it to be able to pick water up when it needs it, and you need it to be able to dump water when it needs it. So, like we said before, if you overfill it and it needs to dump the coolant, it is a waste, and it gives you a false sense of security when you see coolant on the floor. Another important part to talk about, the gauge. The gauge actually works as an arch, a semicircle, a dial. Now, if your gauge, and in most cases, is in the middle point, everything is okay. You have cold and you have hot. In between that, we are okay. But the moment you start going into H, hot, that's when trouble starts. Keep an eye on the gauge. Yes, keep your eye on the road more, but keep an eye. A second to check at the gauge is just perfect. In my hand right here, we have a thermostat housing. This unit here actually holds the thermostat. A lot of times people come up and say, oh, take the thermostat, throw it away and all of that. This is part of what the engine management system uses to control the use of fuel. You want to burn lean, you don't want to burn rich. This little thing here actually helps do that.
Hello, I'm Otuba Olaoluwa. This is the segment where we talk about cars and my experiences with cars. For fellow car enthusiasts, I'd like to talk about the vehicles I've used and my experiences with them. My very first experience when I was in University of Lagos was a Sylvia Cube sports car. It was a V8 24 valve. And you know, it was they used to call me king of the road for those that were in Unilag because of how the vehicle was. I don't know if they make cars like that anymore, but if you still want that kind of feel, you can go back to 1984 and buy your Sylvia. But if not, for recent vehicles, the Audi, for instance, is a Q7, would deliver, you know, reasonable balance for you, fuel economy, and amongst other things. If whatever you have, make sure you maintain it well, keep it in good shape. I guess you'd enjoy yourself. My first car experience, you know, back then we had this Toyota Tercel, Toyota Corolla. We really didn't have a lot of issues. The general ones we had was some of the cars didn't have AC. So we'll go and impose AC on the engine, and then you find yourself during hot sun, the car is not cooling. You know, in the night, the car will overcool. In the morning, the car will overcool, then you'll be having overheating problems because we worked the AC in the cars. I don't know if they do that anymore, but back then that's what we used to do. You know, now most cars are factory AC, so maybe new people would not know this problem, but we had that problem then. You know, you put AC in the car, the AC will be bigger than the car. When you start, the engine will go down, be switching off. You know, so those were issues we had with those early vehicles. I've witnessed a couple of them. You know, back then you want to go out and there's a convoy. People don't observe, you know, you're racing as students. You want to race and, you know, people are not observing safety gaps. And before you know it, someone presses the brake. The other ones is multiple accidents. The other ones just keep running into themselves. And I've had this particular one where I narrowly escaped myself. We were in a convoy like that, and before we knew it, we decided to divert. The car immediately in front of me could not make it, so it hit the culvert. I decided not to divert with them, so I moved off. Every other car, about 6 cars after, just kept running into that initial one, and you know, it was quite fatal. Another very important thing is that while that happened, we observed that the people weren't using seat belts. So it's advisable that even if you are at the back, if you can, use your seat belts. People, I think we've passed the era where we need to encourage people to use seat belts. From accidents that we see, we need to use our seat belts. My name is Otumba Olaoluwa, like I said earlier. I just want to encourage everybody to watch Auto Xpat for your safety tips, for the latest on vehicles, for the best advice on what to do with your car. Please watch Auto Xpat.
Yes, we all move so freely from one point to the other every other day, not bothering about the unforeseen. But the truth is, it does happen to several persons. I am Alex Anava, the National Retail Manager, General Business, Leadway Assurance Company. Welcome to yet another heartwarming insurance segment on Auto Xpat. And trust, we are well loaded.
Sometimes life has more questions than answers, and every teardrop seems to drown your laughter. But even when it hurts, there's someone who knows that everybody hurts, everybody cries.
Ensuring happiness since 1970.
A lot of times it comes to us as a shock, just because you are never ready. This is why you need to be proactive. Now you don't need to worry anymore, because Leadway Assurance Company has got your back. With our newly introduced product, the Personal Accident Cover. It covers you in diverse situations, such as bodily injury. This may arise as a result of an accident. 2, it covers you for disability, and in this case, it could be a temporary or a permanent disability, which arises too as a result of an accident. And the 3 is that it provides for you medical expense as a result of an accident. So you are reimbursed in the event you have an accident and you had the cost to visit a hospital. All of this is coming under a tidy plan, and I bet you it is very affordable. And beyond its affordability, it's very effective. Today, the product is making wave in the Nigerian market.
Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
My name is Fela Lola Comfort. I work with the claims department of Leadway Assurance Company Limited. Insurance is a practice, like we all know, And when you pick up an insurance policy, you expect your claim to be paid. Insurance is life. Claim is real. Trust us. Trust Leadway. Within a week, your claim is settled. Thank you.
Trust us. Leadway pays claims.
Like I said earlier, you just never know about the next minute. That is why I admonish that you make hay while the sun shines. This product offering is extremely affordable, but mind you, it's very effective. You may say it cannot happen to you. You may be right in a sense, but I want you to know that it could happen to somebody. And that somebody could be anybody. And that anybody could be you. You need to take the very necessary step today by calling the numbers showing on your screen. Until then, make it a date with me, same time, same station next week. I am Alex Anaba, a National Retail Manager, General Business, Leadway Assurance Company. Thank you.
Sometimes life has more questions than answers, and every teardrop seems to drown your laughter. But even when it hurts, there's someone who knows that everybody hurts, everybody cries, everybody walks along the lonely road sometimes. Let me take your hand, I will be a friend, because to me your happiness is just as good as mine, and you will be fine.
Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
It is quite known to us that the various components that make up a vehicle is produced with the sole aim of efficiency, service, and safety. If you're one of those who don't pay attention to your owner's manual for the various oil specifications, tire flexibility, and the likes, you might be in for some serious problems. And if you're also part of those who don't know when to service your gears and your brakes, you just drive your car anytime, you are prone to a susceptible breakdown someday. And that might be very painful. How do you fix all this? Just listen to our auto engineers while you drive your car. Get a copy of our CD of engine faults and solutions, and the rest is story. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Auto Expert. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Auto Expert Pro. You can also like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter at Auto Expert Pro. You can also follow us on Instagram at Official Auto Experts. I still remain Latifat Ajao. Keep watching Auto Expert, it's your guide to safety. And remember, road sense is the father of all safety. Have a fabulous day. Signing out.